tired of you guys acting like certain majors, like social sciences, are important pillars.
The ruling class have scammed the working class into their perceptions of what a valuable degree is. I'm Dr. Kalschmidt. I research the unwritten rules of work for the working class, and I've been researching this for nearly 10 years. When people from working class backgrounds move up into more elite professional environments, they are shocked by some of the unwritten rules they experience, like the ones behind me right here, because these weren't taught in school. They learned to do their trade or their job in school, but they didn't learn all of these. And not knowing all of these is what keeps them out. And what symbols them forever as new money, no matter how good they are at their job, and makes it hard to get promoted. Things that liberal arts degrees teach you are a lot of these rules. How people work, how to communicate, how to get power, how to exert power. Part of the gatekeeping of these rules is convincing people that degrees in communication, philosophy, sociology, etc., those are useless because they don't teach you a job. They don't teach you a working class job. As I rarely do in this case, I'm using working class to refer to like really middle class and under. And I've made several videos about why I usually don't do that. When I started working at Stanford, one of the first things I noticed was what I thought some of the degrees were quite funky sounded. Like it was names of degrees that I had never heard before. And I even met some people who were allowed to make up the own title of their degree. I even met someone who had got their Ph.D. from MIT and they had named their own degree. Like they had picked the different types of expertise that went into the research they wanted to do, and they named the title. And I both thought that was very cool and extremely odd. One of the best friends I made there majored in classics at an elite institution. And I was like, what kind of degree is that? But you know, she knew how to work with everybody. And why I liked her was she knew how to get along with people and she wasn't an asshole. You know what? She ended up going to Columbia Business School. Do you think that's a useless degree? Always be wary of people with power and money telling you something that they aren't following the advice. The title liberal arts degrees is very clever because it's very misleading, because liberal arts degrees include economics. Is that a useless degree? But by making it something that sounds very broad and hard to conceptualize because you don't think of a liberal arts job, it also plays on some political connotations of it just sounds like you're saying you went to study liberals. Always be wary of people with power and money telling you advice that they are not following themselves about which degrees to get and if not to go to college at all. If they're telling you all these things while still making sure that their children go to the best schools from pre-K onward and they're majoring in these things, that's a red flag. And you may not be able to take the risk with getting this degree. Be careful with writing them off as useless and consider a minor, because you can be a great engineer, physician, etc., but these other skills are also important for advancement. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful and you want to learn more, join my school linked in my bio. It's where I do all of my courses and I have weekly group coaching. If you want to ask me about your situation one-on-one, you can book some time on my calendar. The first 20 minutes are free and one-on-one coaching is available for purchase. But if you want to test the waters first, I recommend joining my Thursday call in my school community where you can learn from other people, network, and ask me questions live. Leave a comment if you'd like to see a video about a particular topic or a course in my school.